Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a little bit of a sad and kind of bonus video over here to go and talk about and rant about one of my favorite games I've been kind of casually playing these past few months especially, and maybe you guys have been too as well. And if not, maybe you guys can just go sit back, relax, and enjoy the ramblings of a madman, because if you guys kind of missed it, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch 2, I've been playing it with my buds, I've been playing a lot of ranked, and in all honesty, I've really kind of been enjoying the game. Now, I don't think I'm really anyone who's like super high level or anything like that, but I mean, like, I got some okay ranks. I'm gold 1, I play some DPS, I play some support. I've been playing for not so long, like I'm still doing good, I'm kind of climbing up the ranks, and I enjoy the game itself. Like I played so much Overwatch as of per recently, I even have like quite literally a few different golden guns. I've been playing tank, I've been rocking stuff out, but I'm getting my golden guns. If you guys play the game a decent bit, you guys know that, well, it's you kind of play a decent bit of ranked, and I definitely am farming Ramatra for this game right now. So if you guys don't play Overwatch, don't worry about it, but basically right now we had a really big Overwatch live stream that came out as of today. Now, you guys may or may not care or whatever, but basically right now we are seeing one of the more popular FPS games, aka Overwatch, getting massively bodied. I have not seen almost a singular nice message, a singular good comment, a singular almost anything, because right now Overwatch is in a, well, awful situation. If you guys do know or do not remember, back when Overwatch first ended up kind of coming out, they had a lot of really cool ideas. For some odd reason, it's a purely PvP-based game. It's like a 5v5 as of currently, like team fight. You basically have to move objectives. You guys have never played it. I do recommend you guys play it, though, if you guys play it on console or PC or whatever. I really like it. But they were supposed to have a PvE game mode. And I've been playing this stuff. I've been doing a lot of stuff on. I've even tweeted about it. If you guys follow me on Twitter or checked out the Twitch, I've definitely played on that one. Link down below. But for me, it's kind of like, hey, I like the game, but they completely fell flat. So right now they had plans to go and have a PvE. So basically like player versus, monsters, players versus everything type game mode where it's against the PvP, which is like just like, the competitive game modes. And they want to have cool stories, like character progressions, basically make the characters level up as time goes on, and have this really cool idea for Overwatch and basically make the game more of like a dual purpose game. Good examples, maybe like a Destiny. Because if you put a game like Destiny, they have the PvP modes, they have the trials, they have like Iron Banner, they have normal PvP, but as well they also have like strikes, raids, general just playing the game to progress through the game is PvE, and it's kind of a cool idea and concept. And this is also why a lot of folks are upset. Because right now, Overwatch is in an okay state. Like, I think a lot of people are enjoying the game, streaming it's kind of fun, I like playing it, but the big deal is that a lot of folks were holding out for quite literally years for this PvE update. They want to have a chance to make the game separate, they want to have a chance to make the game cooler, and it just now has apparently been fully absolutely scrapped, as in gone, as in like it's literally not going to happen at all when it came from today's really big live stream. And I've seen a lot of folks, like a lot of people upset about the fact that they wasted multiple years of this game. Because if you guys do or do not know, Overwatch 2 is essentially just Overwatch 1 with a little bit of a bonus patch. I'm not exaggerating, like the game itself is quite literally the same maps, same characters, same design, a few small tweaks such as making the game instead of like a 6v6, a 5v5, and as well a few new characters because just, the game's progressing. But there was a really dry state of Overwatch 1 where there was basically nothing. Like they were like, hey guys, we're gonna take a break from Overwatch 1, we're not gonna do updates or characters or anything really, or maybe just like very few small things, because we're gonna focus on this really cool PvE mode and as well make Overwatch 2 something you guys might be excited for. And so far, once again, and you guys are probably watching this video and like kind of connect all the dots, a lot of folks are very upset because right now the only big difference on Overwatch 2 is the fact that they added a 2 to it, got rid of one of the players, aka like in the 6v6 to 5v5, and that's pretty much about it. Now, for live service games, you always want to see things expanding and evolving and adding new things for it. And I'm someone who's actually enjoyed Overwatch. Like, I'm actually played a little bit of Overwatch 1. I played that. I had a few different videos with my friends and even made YouTube channel videos like 5 years ago for Overwatch. I liked it. But I wasn't in love with it. For some odd reason, Overwatch 2 has kind of held my interest a lot more, though. Not really sure why. Maybe I just gave it more of a solid shot. I played a lot of Overwatch 1, so maybe I'm just kind of get used to it. I don't really know. But now seeing this and seeing everyone else just being absolutely just disgraced by the ideas and decisions by Activision and Overwatch, I'm a little bit on the disappointed side too as well. So once again, they basically left the very first game of Overwatch 1 to die. It was multiple years, no big updates. It was just kind of really basic. And now with this, a lot of folks are thinking like, bro, how much money, how much time, how much manpower, and how much cool stuff could you have actually added to this game if you guys would have maybe just completely dropped the PvE a while ago? Or as well, what if they just said, okay, like, Okay, fine. Well, maybe do like smaller events or smaller like things, or I don't know, like what do they want to go and do for a game? And this is quite literally years that have been wasted now for this game. And like, if you go look up on Twitter and stuff, you can see folks where it's like it's absolutely hilarious that they insisted that Overwatch 1 had to die in order for a PvE mode to happen, only to kill PvE after years of delays. So now the legacy of Overwatch 2 is that it will be destroyed community trust, which is true. In the sentiment, and it will always be weighed down by the idea that they killed Overwatch 1 just so they can milk people for cash with the Battle Pass and cosmetic purchases. And this has also been a big issue too, because a lot of folks have been very upset with Activision for trying to go work in like these really kind of somewhat scummy and bad microtransactions. They basically try to make a lot of money from loot boxes in Overwatch 1, and right now they basically have it's really hard to get skins and even get like free-to-play skins right now in Overwatch 2. You basically have to pay money for the cool Battle Pass, or as well, you have to grind out the game for multiple different hours to even have a chance to get stuff, to the point where I almost even like the Overwatch's 1 loot box system a little bit more. And well, people are just not happy. People are very sad too as well. Like some of the comments now, these really big interviews, the big talking point is the direction that you're taking now with PvE, that you basically just aren't doing it. Is that the correct way to characterize it? It's not happening anymore and you're pivoted away from it? And I think they respond saying, I think I would characterize it slightly different, is which we're doing part of what the team had set out to do, but not entirely of what we discussed back at BlizzCon 2019, so multiple years ago at this point. So the real focus is on the story missions and that experience as opposed to the more open-ended hero mode and stuff like that, which to me, the hero mode stuff was like progressing your characters and getting more fine-tuned with the characters and getting stats. Think like more of like an actual proper RPG type style game. And sadly, that is now gone. So right, it's fair to say that the experience that you showed during the first Overwatch 2 reveal is not going to be the same one as released. Yes, exactly. We are definitely not doing the hero mode and the talents in that power progression system. And this is where people get sad, because like I said, you guys can see the community sentiment and tweets and mentions on Reddit everywhere that people are like, bro, I like Overwatch. The idea is cool. The lore is cool. The characters are cool. Like, we like the stories. We like the animations. We like the game itself. But you can't just go and completely lead people on for multiple years and as well completely go and pause out the very first initial game that people spent money and time and effort, or even people are going pro into or streaming or whatever it might have been, to just go and completely drop the game on a ball like this. Now, at some point, if they did not want to do it, they have to, well, announce it. So that's kind of what happens, kind of ripping off the Band-Aid, which is why everyone's upset. But a lot of people right now are just even more not happy with this whole situation. So it's sad. So when did you realize that you weren't able to execute this in this way, and what led to that realization? Yeah, this was a process. The development of any game is a process, which is true. We give them a pass for that one. In the years following our announcement at BlizzCon 2019, we had a really large portion of the team working on the PvE side of the game. I think players of our live running game could feel that because we eventually stopped making content for it, which I think for a live service game is absolutely unacceptable. It's been maybe 2.5 years since the last hero that we launched, and we don't want to look back at the point where it's another 3.5 years since launching a PvP map. So we really looked hard to see what we were doing with the live gaming service of this much bigger thing that we were working on and hoping to release later. So basically, they paused the entire game to go and make something that never even came out. And thankfully for me, I kind of missed all that points. Like, I play a lot of variety of games. You guys know me, I'm addicted to League of Legends. I'm a variety streamer. I play everything when it comes out to console games too. So I didn't mind too much. But for me, I'm kind of invested in Overwatch now, a little bit more on the upset side. So the interesting thing about this is it's such a difference releasing content for players that are playing your game instead of saving up all the content for one big release that you're going to do later. So we came to the realization that this wasn't the right way to be developing for all of Overwatch. So about 1.5 years ago that we made the decision to really shift the strategy. So at least they have been doing it for a while and focusing on the new characters and games and everything else too with it. But it kind of just goes to show that people have just not been happy with this too as well. Basically, the idea for a lot of these things are saying, like, hey, they still want to make these cool hero missions. They want to make them really big, and they want to make these things kind of cool, and they want to still have these single-player experiences and make it so you can still have some sort of a progression, some sort of a lore, something involved with the game itself overall. But people are really, well, not happy. They even say you want to build something that really resonates and that people love. And as the team learned more about what it took to make the PvE modes, as it learned more about the time, the iteration, and the technology required, it just became clear that the schedule just wasn't going to work. So thankfully they did go at some point move on, and thankfully they did go and realize at least now, but it makes me so sad because it just kind of seems like this game didn't really have its like flow. It didn't really know what it wanted to do. It was very lost in the whole game sense, where at the end of the day it just seemed very not the best. Like, I kind of felt really bad about it too as well. And I mean, they did go to a few different changes. They had a few different types of actual game choices too as well, but it just seems like a lot of folks are not happy at the end of the day for this one. So they still want to add new characters, which I'm cool with. I like the idea of that as well. They have the summer game soon. They'll have new support heroes, more tank heroes too, etc. And it's kind of cool, but I'm just so disappointed how game systems are run. I'm so disappointed how live service games are run too as well. And at the end of the day, I just want to go and see even more and more games out there. Like, I want to see games being smart. I want to see these developers being on top of stuff. And I don't want to see a game go and die for 3 years just for it to actually end up just disappointing the community even more. So, my own little bit of a rant on this one. If you guys don't mind, I've just been playing on Overwatch 2, so I'm a little bit sad about Activision on this one. Give me your thoughts and comments if you guys just want to go hear some drama. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out the Twitch down below, the Twitter down below, and of course all the Amazon links and everything else too as well. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.